Good morning, Masterclass. This is Coach Alicia, and I am here on this very chilly Friday in Virginia to do a sort of beginner yoga style workout for you. So, you've had lots of amazing things going on this week. I hope that you've learned a lot of really great, useful information from all of the coaches. You've got a bunch of really great workouts. You have a better idea of how V-Shred works and all of the things that we do. And today I'm going to kind of close out the week with a really good mobility session for you. So, something that I have noticed a couple times doing some of these yoga videos is that um, a lot of people have a lot of wrist issues or have issues getting up and off of the floor. So, today I decided to sort of switch things up a little bit and do a whole beginner yoga flow with a chair. So, this is going to be really great for any of you that have any type of mobility issues. Again, if you can't put pressure on your wrists or anything. But one of the things I'm kind of most excited for you to learn about this is that we all sort of sit at a desk. Well, most of us probably sit at a desk for a long time. And, or like after a long drive and you feel that posture kind of just like starting to sink in. And we're just like, we're hunched over like this. Maybe you're sitting at your desk working and you're just like, oh my God, everything is so stiff and tight on me. You can use a lot of these moves that we're going to do in this little seated beginner yoga flow for you as just stretches that you can do in your office at any time. So hopefully you get a lot of kind of really good kind of cracks, pops, get those aches and pains kind of all out of here, but then also take some of these moves and be able to use them in sort of your everyday life. So I'm going to give you just a couple seconds to grab a chair if you're doing this live with me. If not, grab a chair still because we're going to use it. And I'll also, as we're going through, kind of talk to you about how you can just take this off of the chair and do it as a regular flow if you like. But for today, I'm going to do everything with this lovely chair. So let's go ahead and get started whenever you are set. We're just going to have a seat. Make sure also, if you need, get that water. I know that we've talked a lot this week about the importance of hydration, and especially in these cold months, how easy it is not to get any of that hydration in. But we're going to first start just kind of seated nice and tall here. And we're just going to take a minute and by a minute, I mean like 10 seconds. We're just going to take a couple seconds to sort of just take a couple of nice big deep breaths all the way out, all the way in and out. And this is just a really nice, kind of easy way to sort of set the intention for the day. We all probably are holding a lot of tension, like in our jaw and our back and everything. And sometimes just taking a couple nice, big, deep breaths to start can really help out quite a bit. When you're ready, you're going to just open your hands up, open that chest up nice and wide. I want you to take those shoulder blades, roll them back, open up, reach down. This is going to be our seated mountain pose. We'll take 2 breaths here. And from here, we're just going to couple shoulder rolls. We'll go forward a little bit. And let's go the opposite direction, kind of loosening those shoulders up. Again, we sit like this really all day long. If you're anything like me, the longer you sit at your desk, kind of the worse your posture gets. And let's take that into our neck. So we're just going to go 3 circles in one direction. And let's go the opposite way. And now from here, all I want you to do is to just look over one shoulder. And as we do this, take that opposite hand, put it behind your back, get that nice stretch in. And then let's look over the other side, take that opposite hand and all the way down. Good. From here, arms are going to reach all the way up into our extended mountain pose. We're going to keep both arms together. We're going to lean over to the right for a nice side body stretch. Options here, support that your hip with your right hand and reach up. Other side. From here, we're going to take both arms, put behind our back. You can clasp your hands like this if you like, or just put them kind of on your low back here. We're going to open up, release, bring those arms all the way back up, and just come into a forward fold. Now, again, if you want to just stand up and do this, you can always reach down, forward fold like that. But since this is a seated one, we'll do a forward fold like so. All the way up. And one more time, arms reach up. We're going to go over to the right. Maybe this time you grab that opposite elbow, get a little bit more of a deeper stretch. And maybe like come over to the other side, a little bit more of a deeper stretch here. And reach all the way back. Open that chest up. And forward fold all the way forward. Excellent. So we kind of just warmed up the spine a little bit here. Next thing we're going to go into is some seated cat-cows. I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see a little bit better how this goes, but you can stay facing forward. When we're doing our cat-cows, we're going to rotate the shoulders back, open up, take a big breath in, exhale, release, round yourself all the way forward. Now, if you're anything like me, you probably hold a lot of tension in that low back from sitting quite a bit. So don't be afraid that as we come forward, we just kind of let ourselves drape and relax. One more. And relax. Good. All right. Now, I'm going to give you just a second to get any kind of like loosey-goosey things out that you need. And we are going to get started in our flow here. All right. So here we go. We're going to start. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Again, if you want to, you can stand up and do this. And bring your arms all the way back up. We're going to take that left hand, rotate around, spinal twist to one side. Reach those arms all the way back up, spinal twist to the other side. And back to the center. Arms reach up. So if you do any type of vinyasa yoga, this is kind of going to be like a seated vinyasa flow. As we come up, we're going to take those hands, put it behind our back into that back arch, and then tuck that chin all the way back in. Good. Deep breath in, arms all the way up. This time we're going to open up to the right into our warrior two. So I have my right hip on the seat, my left leg is back, arms are open into our seated warrior two. We're going to hold here for just a second. Things to look at here. We want to be trying to reach through our hands to open up. We want to have that chest open to the center here. And again, if you want, all you gotta do is just stand up to get into your warrior two. We're gonna take a nice big deep breath here. Take that back hand, reach it down. I like to grab hold of the seat and then reach up. In our reverse warrior. We're gonna go back to warrior two. And swing the arm around into our warrior one. So again, my right leg is on the chair here. I'm now facing towards the right. Left leg is extended. Arms are reaching up. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here. Good. Opening back up into that warrior two. We're going to swing those arms around into our cow pose and open up into what would be a cat pose. Reaching up, exhale, forward fold. Let yourself just hang nice and heavy here. And come all the way back up. We're going to repeat the same sequence over onto the other side. So arms reach all the way up. Now we're going to open up to the left. So I have my left leg on the bench or chair. Right leg is extended. Warrior two onto the left side. So arms are reaching forward. Chest is rotated to the front. We'll take 2 breaths here. Again, if you want to, you can just come up into your normal warrior two. We're going to turn that front hand. We're going to reach, drop that back arm, reach hold of that chair if you like, stretch all the way up. This is probably my most favorite yoga pose ever. Just feels so good everywhere. We're going to exhale, open back up, warrior two. We're going to take that back arm, swing it around into warrior one. So warrior one is a little different from warrior two in that we are facing straight forward. Both of my hips are facing the same direction. Arms are reaching up nice and tall. Now, a little thing that I like to do in this pose is maybe grab hold of opposite elbows and just kind of open that chest up a little bit. Again, you don't have to do any of these modifications. Hands can be here. You can put your hands on your hips. I don't, you could do whatever. You could play some air guitar while you're standing here, whatever you want to do. This is your workout. Deep breath. We're going to open up back into that warrior two. Swing that arm all the way through into our cow pose. And exhale, open all the way up. Good. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Lift up just about halfway. And then exhale all the way down. You should feel really nice and loose in your low back now, so you should be able to get a little bit further down into the ground. And roll yourself all the way back up. We have one more kind of sequence on each side, and then we'll start to cool it down for you. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, open back up into that warrior two. Reach forward, come all the way up into your reverse warrior. This time we're going to go back into warrior two, and we're going to go into a seated extended angle. So front arm is going to go into the inside of my leg, or you can just use here, and we're just going to reach just like this. Again, if you want, all you got to do is just stand up, and here you are in your regular extended side angle. Or use the chair to take some of that pressure off. Now, modification, something I like to do because I like to use this as a kind of spinal twist, is take that upper hand, put it behind my back, and then really focus on trying to open up that shoulder to get a little bit more rotation here. We'll hold for one more. Good. If you got that arm drop behind, we're going to reach back up. Deep breath. Warrior two. Reverse it. And then back to the center. We're going to open up to the front into kind of what this, like, what we would call a 5-point star if we were like this. Here, I want you to take your hands to the center, tuck your chin, and just let yourself round down. Remember, if you're holding any tension in that low back at all, try to just let it relax and release. And all the way back up. Arms are going to reach up, bring the legs together, exhale, forward fold. Roll all the way up into our cow pose. And then tuck that chin in. Onto the other side, arms reach up. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Take a nice big deep breath. We're going to take that front palm, flip it up, reach into our extended side angle here. So you can hang out here if you like. You can reach all the way down to open that chest up a little bit more. You can take that top arm, put it behind your back, kind of use this as a little bit of a spinal twist. Again, whatever works best for you. I'm going to do this modification because I really like all the cracks and pops that puts in my back. And I kind of need that today. We're going to hold here for one more breath. And if you've got that top hand on your back, we're going to go ahead, release it. Take a nice big inhale back to warrior two. Reach forward, exhale, reverse. Open back up, warrior two. To the front, as if we were in our five-pointed star here. We're down, grab hold, reach. Now, a quick little modification that we can, or thing that we can add on to this too, is as you're seated here on the side, we can drop one shoulder down, switch to the other side. Let's do that one more time. If you want to do this standing, you're in your what we call goddess pose, and you're just stretching to one side, stretching to the other. Sit back down. Bring those legs together, reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, and slow roll all the way up. We're going to finish off with just two real quick kind of hip openers for yourself. Again, these are super easy to do while you are just sitting at your desk or just any time during the day. We're going to do a seated pigeon, and then we're going to do a seated eagle. So first thing we are going to do is to take that, we'll start with that right leg. Right leg, we're going to reach it all the way forward so it's nice and straight here down. I want you to take your left arm, reach forward, try to touch, open up, and rotate. Reach down, try to touch, open up, and rotate. We're going to do two more, and up. Last one, I have my right arm down for balance on the chair. Good, back down. Now we're going to take that right leg. We're going to reach our arms up. Our right arm is going to come underneath our left arm. And these are called eagle arms. So you can hold here, or you can just give yourself a hug. You're going to take that right leg, cross it over top, and tuck our chin in just like this. So if you want to try regular eagle arms, I can't put my hands all the way together. I have to grab my thumbs, hold here, tuck that chin. If you want to do this standing, again, all you do, cross over, tuck in here. So as you tuck your chin in and you try and lift those elbows up, you should get a beautiful stretch in that upper back. And we're going to release. Arms are going to come all the way up. And now we're going to take that leg, uncross it into a figure four. So this is going to be sort of like our seated pigeon that we're going to do. If you are super tight, you're going to notice a lot of pressure on the outside of your hip. Just go wherever you can. If you have your left leg bent, you're going to get a little bit more of a stretch and mobility work into that outer hip. The straighter your leg is, the more it can relax, the less intense that pose is going to be. So you can keep it up here if you like. You want to add on a little bit more, just let yourself sort of drape over. We'll hold here for one more. Nice long inhale and exhale. And we'll finish it off just with another spinal twist. So left arm reaches all the way up, rotate, look over top of that left shoulder. Also, if you're looking at all my lovely plants in the background, my poor Z plant has some root rot. It looks a little sad right now. Sorry. And exhale, release, arms up, kind of mimicking our vinyasa flow. Inhale for halfway up, exhale all the way back down. Arms reach up into our cat-cow. Open and close. What we do on one side, we repeat to the other. So left leg's going to extend out. We're going to reach that right arm up, come all the way down. Try to reach down as far as you can. Open up, look behind you, using that left arm as kind of balance and stability on the side of the chair. We're going to go two more here. And up. Last one. And up. Good. Release that back into the center. So, eagle arms, remember, options that you have. We can go left arm, right arm, grab hold to here, or just give yourself a nice big hug. That left leg is going to reach up and over. We're going to try and cross it as best we can. And just try to close everything in. So when you do this, if you tuck your chin in and then lift your elbows a little bit while kind of sort of slouching slightly, you're going to get a real nice stretch in that upper back. We got two more breaths here. Last one. And release those arms all the way up. Exhale into our seated pigeon. So reminder, the closer that right heel is to the chair, the little bit more intensity you're going to feel in this stretch. If it's too much, just keep your leg all the way out here for you. Do whatever works best for you. And sit up nice and tall. If you need just a little bit more, we're just going to fold in half here. And we'll finish by adding that spinal twist. So right arm over, left arm kind of on the chair looking behind. And release that. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, halfway up. And back down. Reaching those arms up. And back to the beginning. So we'll end with just a couple things we just did in the very beginning because they should feel a little bit different now. We'll do 3 neck circles to one direction. And let's go 3 the other way. For all my vertigo sufferers like myself, sorry about these. We're going to look over to the right shoulder and look over to the left. I'm going to take those hands, cow pose. Inhale, open it up. Bring those arms up. Side body stretch to the right. Inhale back up. Side body stretch to the left. Reach high and release. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. And that is it. So I hope you enjoyed your seated yoga practice for you today. You can learn lots of those things or do lots of those things, like I said, in your office whenever you're feeling a little tight. I love a routine like this after you've been in the car for a long time as well. And as always, if you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments below. I hope that everybody had a wonderful week in our masterclass and can't wait to see all of you be a part of the V-Shred family. Have a good one.